Okay, welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I'm Nate, and if you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today's episode is a pre-fight show for UFC Fight Night, Shevchenko versus Carmouche, the rematch, part 2, for the UFC Women's Flyweight Championship of the World. And also, bear in mind that the first match was not in the UFC, and apparently the footage is hard to find of the first match. It was in a much smaller organization when they're both starting out their careers, and the word is Liz Carmouche put up a good fight. Anyhow, Valentina Shevchenko, though, has gone on to become a legend in the sport, and she is the current UFC Women's Flyweight Championship of the World. Yeah, so you know what? Liz Carmouche has been looking really good lately, and I got to go with as a pre-fight rundown of the main card with predictions as always. And yeah, I got to go with Valentina Shevchenko by unanimous decision. I think Liz Carmouche has what it takes to stand and bang for 5 rounds with Valentina, and she has a toughness, and I think Liz has underrated submission skills and ground game. So I think she avoids getting submitted, and I think she avoids getting knocked out, but I think Valentina will basically outland and move around enough to kind of throw Liz off guard and win by unanimous decision. I could see this like a 49-46 unanimous win. I could see Liz winning a round. Then in the co-main event in the welterweight division, we have Mike Platinum Perry versus Vicente Luque. Do I need to say more about this fight? I think it's pretty clear cut. Vicente Luque wins this fight. I think he wins by knockout. I think he, I mean, take your pick. He either submits him or knocks him out. But either way, I think Vicente Luque is on a whole nother level, and I think Vicente Luque gets it done. You know what, I'll even say the first round. I'll say midway into the first round, Vicente Luque gets it done. Mike Perry is a talented veteran in the UFC, not taking anything away, but Vicente Luque is on a whole nother level. I think Vicente Luque is just amazing. Yeah, so I got him winning this. I'll say knockout midway first round. Then in the featherweight division, we have Luis Eduardo Grigori versus Humberto Bondone. I'll go with Humberto Bondone here by unanimous decision. I think he's a well-rounded enough fighter to win this and outclass and outpoint. And yeah, it just I think Humberto's fought the tougher competition. Then in the light heavyweight division, we have Volkan Ozdemir versus Ilir Latifi, and I gotta go with Ilir Latifi here. I think he can get inside the reach of Volkan Ozdemir, and I think he can land some heavy shots and then ultimately knock out Volkan Ozdemir here. You know what? I'll even say, yeah, you know, Ilir obviously has great wrestling, and yeah, I think he threatens the takedowns with Volkan to throw him off guard and then land some good body shots and some head shots en route to a knockout victory. And I think Ilir has the heavy hands to do it. Then in the middleweight division, we have Adolfo Vieira versus Oscar Pechota. And I'm going to go with Oscar on this one. I think he wins by second round submission. Just, you know, I'm winging it on this one. Yeah, I mean, you got two talented grapplers here, but I think Oscar gets it done here by submission. Just my hunch, my gut feeling tells me this. Then in the featherweight division, to kick off the main card, we have Enrique Barzola versus Bobby Moffett. I'm going with Enrique Barzola here by unanimous decision. I think, you know, he's Ultimate Fighter alumni and just a talented UFC veteran, and I think he mixes things up, lands a takedown or two, and gets some good stand-up on the feet. So there we go. There is my prediction for this main card, and as always, stay tuned in the coming days for my post-fight. And until then, I will see ya.